And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so this is going to be your April reading. Now, this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Gemini signs. Keep that in mind. And I'm using a deck, guys, that I just got in the mail, so it's my first time using it. It's called the Field Tarot. Okay, so if you're interested in it, definitely check it out, but just bear with me because I'm getting used to the cards. I haven't done any readings with it yet, so energy is nice and clean. It's funny, guys, because I've had more than one client. They're like, hey, I'm going to send you a deck before you do my reading. Can you please, read me first with that deck? Like, I don't want anyone else's energy in there, even though I cleanse all my cards. But I always thought that was interesting. All right. So what is the energy around Gemini right now? Okay. So we have the Four of Wands. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Let's get at least one more card before we clarify. And we have the Tower card. So there is a huge change coming in, guys. Like, this is definitely going to rock, the ground beneath you. And there's a fallout of some sort. There's a drastic change, but this really brings you stability. You have the Justice card and the Empress in the reverse. So this is something karmic that you guys are letting go of. And what's funny is I think that you guys come across an offer that's very good for you. So you come out of something that I feel like I had a lot of karmic energy. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video of, I think she's like a painter, some sort of performer. And she just sits there and she did this one thing where she sat down at a booth and people would just come and she would stare at their eyes for like, however long, a minute, whatever. And people had so many different reactions. And then at one point, some guy actually came in who was her ex. And he hadn't seen her in so long. She kind of looks like her. So I don't know if any of you know who I'm talking about, but that's interesting. All right. Why is this Four of Wands here? We have the Six of Cups. Okay. Why is this Ace of Wands reversed? We have the Star card. So you put something in the past, but you get something you strongly desire. Something is definitely there for you. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups here. So the fact that that's under the Tower card, it's going to be your choice if your life changed drastically in this very good way or not. I don't know why somebody wouldn't take something good in, but maybe there's something that makes you have to think, do I want this new life or do I want to kind of stick to something else? But there's something that's ending, and I feel that you guys will eventually really stand your ground with that if you're, kind of putting it off to the side right now. All right. Okay, guys, so let's get in with the past, present, and future. All right, so we have your past. Oh, yeah, they do have a lot of famous people, I think, in this. What's this guy's name again? He's an actor. I forget his name. I'm really, 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 really bad with names. Like, we could have gone to school for 20 years and I don't know your name. Okay, so that's just lay off the weed, guys. All right, so the energy that you guys have here, we have the Six of Wands, success. Aries actually had the same energy. So maybe you guys, are dealing with Aries this month or around Aries energy. But you have the Six of Wands, you have the Three of Wands, and the Hierophant in the reverse, and the Three of Swords. So something that wasn't meant to be there. You're moving away from it. Whether it's you or someone else, someone could be disappointed by it, but it brings you success. It brings you expansion. Okay? So, in the past, we have the Hermit card in the reverse. We have, what is this? We have the Justice card in the reverse. Let's see if I can pick this up. And the King of Swords. All right. So some sort of injustice is felt. I think that there's a situation where you or somebody around you didn't have all the facts on something. Okay. So you guys took the King of Swords approach. This is when you're going to put your logic over your emotions, over anything else. And you're going to do what, is truly the smartest thing to do here. So why is this Hermit card in the reverse? We have the Six of Discs or the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Princess of Cups in the reverse, okay? So there's something where a person didn't know everything that was going on, and there's something that it wasn't genuine, okay? But you have balance with falling out of this thing, or for some of you, you could have thought that this thing did bring you balance, or maybe, someone thought that you brought them balance, whatever the case is. But there's something here that it wasn't all it was cut out to be. Okay, and you guys are like, look, I have to go in Emperor mode right now, and with the Fool card in the reverse, this path would be too destructive. All right, so what's this injustice here? Why is this Justice card here in the reverse? We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So you release a heavy burden with this. You definitely do. Okay, and we have the Prince of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So for some of you, if this has to do with love, maybe there was foul play, maybe there was cheating. This could also be when someone is upset. Their emotions aren't intact. They could feel depressed. They could be having a bad day. But you drop the burden of injustice. You drop the burden of bullshit. You drop the burden of lies. Okay? Chariot in the reverse, and we have the Princess of Wands here. So that does allow for a new opportunity to come in. We keep seeing that over and over and over again. With the Chariot reversed, no matter what, whether you decided to cut something off or it was just ripped from your life, this means it's going to happen no matter what. Something chaotic that we're not meant to be in the driver's seat of it, okay? So the universe rips it from us. All right, so why is this King of Swords here? Last card for the past. We have the Eight of Discs, okay? And we have the Ten of Discs in the reverse. So for some, this could feel like a strong loss, but I think you guys are just putting a lot of effort into the logical approach, or that you did this in the past, okay? But I don't think that it was something that was easy for you. I think maybe you had to take a moment to kind of like step out and like just kind of rearrange your thoughts and everything, all right? But guys, like, this thing going is inviting this Ace of Wands energy in. So it's action, it's excitement, it's a lot of, it could be a lot of love, whatever that is. All right. Now in the present moment, we have the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And what's this? We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. So I think that at this point, whether it's you or someone around you, someone finds themselves in a place where they just can't get something or someone out of their head. It's like, I know that I had to let this go. I know I had to make this decision, but it's still there. You're still there, okay? So what's happening here? Why is this Eight of Swords here? Ace of Wands, the Devil card, and then we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, okay? So while it's like you guys have this thing that comes in, and it's something very, very good and solid for you, but your mind is still kind of like stuck on that burden that you just had to release, and the one that you had to stand your ground with releasing, okay? A lot of you could have felt like maybe this was out of your control. Maybe someone around you feels like this wasn't within their control. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups. So I think someone was just strongly connected to someone or to something, okay? But just because we love someone doesn't mean they're good for us. So sometimes we find ourselves walking away, okay? I think that some of you are feeling like you wasted your time, honestly. But you didn't, because look what is behind all of that. You have success here, okay? This is a Six of Wands. When you Eight of Wands in the reverse it, okay? So basically, once you cut this thing off, once you stop talking to someone, once you stop putting your energy in, you find great success, Okay. It's funny because I have a Gemini that I'm close to, and I kept telling them, like, look, you really need to drop this person. You really need to. And I've pulled their card so many times, but they refuse to drop someone, and they have love right there. And I'm just like, yo, like, love is right there. Like, I even told them the person. I'm like, yo, that's your, no, they don't want it. So I'm just like, okay, that's crazy, because you could get reciprocation. So maybe that's it for some of you. Maybe you're just, not letting go of that person that really needs to be let go of. Okay. We have the Sun card in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, okay? So it's like you just decide, look, this has been blocking opportunities for me. This has been blocking possible blessings for me. So I can't hold on to this burden anymore, okay? And why hold on to a burden when success, keeps staying at the core energy here, okay? But I think that for a lot of you, this was something that you were very strongly tied to, okay? Now, moving into the future, guys, we have the Nine of Discs, we have the King of Discs, and we have the Three of Discs or Pentacles, okay? So there is something that you guys start working on. You start collabing with someone, you start building something, whether it be a relationship, a business, a project, whatever this is. This is something that could, bring you a lot of money, okay? Or this could be something that has to do with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but you're self-sufficient in doing this, okay? Why is this Nine of Discs here? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, you're choosing to take that road of independence. You have the Queen of Discs here. So for a lot of you, maybe you were dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, okay? Why is this King of Discs here? We have the King of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Nine of Cups. There was that's why it's difficult, because something that brought you joy is also bringing instability, okay? And it's tough, but we have to get to that point in life sometimes, okay? Just because I love a person doesn't mean I'm going to stick around. I'm always going to love myself more, even though it's hard to let them go. Like, I'm so good at cold turkey now. Like, I have no choice but to be. I'm not going to sit here sad, okay? And a lot of us, we make the mistake of, I really enjoy this person, so let me just see them today. It's not a big deal. But what you do is that scab that grew over that wound, now you're picking the scab again. And now you're going to be in pain for a few more days because you just picked the scab. How can it heal if you keep picking at it? You got to let it go. You got to let it go. And I want you guys to be happy. So if someone's going to give you this half-ass energy, or something's giving you a half-ass energy, then it's at that point that we have to teach the universe how to treat us. Because if you keep going after half-ass energy, you can't keep asking why there's half-ass things in your life. Okay? There's so much love and abundance around us. And whether this has to do with love or anything, we all have someone that's meant for us. We all do. Okay? So let that be motivation. Like, look, there is someone for me. There is something that's going to work. But it's not this. We don't have to fight for the things that truly belong to us. All right, we have the Empress card, and we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So it's like someone's going to make you realize something. Success, guys, it doesn't leave the bottom of the deck. It stays there. It keeps following you guys. So someone's going to be like, oh, okay, you finally let that go? Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you out for like the last year. I thought you were never going to let that person go. Like, come here, let me love you. All right? You guys are going to get an offer that you're just like, oh my God, yeah, this makes sense. Yes, let's do this. And again, you're going to have options. It's going to be up to you where you stay. But once you realize the truth of the matter, like, hey, this person is lame, or this person wasn't up to par for me, that's when you get something so strong and powerful for you, okay? So give yourself a chance to experience that power and to not be in anything where anything's going to be half-assed, okay? All right, guys, so let's get into the advice portion of this. If this is resonating with you guys so far, there will be links in the description below to donate. I also just moved, guys, so I put my housewarming list there if you guys want to check it out, my wish list. All right, but let's see what is going on for you guys. What is the advice here for Geminis. For the month of April, what is your advice? We have the Prince of Swords. We have the World card, or the Universe in this deck. Yeah, guys. Look, honestly, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I don't know how to sugarcoat things. That's why I get a lot of people upset sometimes with my ratings. But there's going to be an unfortunate truth. That's just what it comes down to. There's an unfortunate truth that brings you the world. Everything you wanted in this world. It brings you that sense of waking up and knowing you belong and knowing that someone loves you and knowing that, you know, you're home. Like, it brings you that. So heal, feel it, go through it, cry, do whatever the hell you got to do. But just know that the moment you're honest about a situation in your life, the world is given to you. Okay? The entire world is given to you. You have the Judgment card at the bottom. So once you make this decision, once you see what that truth is, okay, you got to stick to it. Why is this World card here? We have the 8 of Discs in the reverse. So you end something. You stop putting effort into it, Gemini. And I think it might hurt at first, but once you give yourself a chance, you're going to be, oh, that's why Spirit kept trying to get my attention, all right? We have the Star card. So honesty in a situation brings you self-fulfillment, okay? All right, so what is this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? We have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. So the truth, something comes to light, guys. That's what it is. Someone asked me just now in the comments what unfortunate truth is coming up. I can't be specific with you unless you get a reading. You know, everyone's situation is going to be different. But there's going to be something that comes to light, a secret that comes out, okay? And this is not something, for a lot of you, this is not something you wanted to hear. Look, you have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. You have the 6 of Swords in the reverse. You're just like, fuck, like, I wanted to believe in you. I wanted to believe in this. But you got to keep reminding yourself, guys, that what's for you, you don't have to fight for it in this way. What's for you is going to be so authentic. And that's why at this, you know, I'm only 30, but even when I'm head over heels in love, I let go like that. You would be reading the obituary the next morning in the news, because that's how ghost I go. But the moment you go ghost on things that aren't serving you, that's when the universe is like, okay, I can't fuck around with this person no more. Because they have standards. They have boundaries, you know? And if you keep showing the world, I'm not going to accept this half-ass shit, that's when you get everything you want and more. But you got to teach the universe what it is that you want. Because if you stick around someone who's not for you, if you stick around a job that's draining, if you stick around in that neighborhood that you know no one's doing anything, no one's getting out, then what are we doing? You got to make the changes you have to make. Okay? And again, every minute you spend working on the wrong person, working at the wrong job, is a minute that you take away from the right person. Okay? It's a minute that you take away from something that can be so good for you. So don't spend too much time on shit that isn't for you. Okay? Just check it off your list. It didn't work, whatever, cross it out, and then go towards what you need to go towards. All right, guys? All right, Gemini, so this is going to be big. Allow it to come in. Trust the universe. Trust that there is definitely a better door that will open after you close this door. All right, guys? I love you so much. Until next time.